Now streaming 24/7 on Roku streaming app. Also Amazon Fire TV. Hit the search bar and type in Built for This Radio. Also subscribe and follow us on YouTube at Built for This Radio. Twitch TV, Built for This Network. Mixcloud, Built for This Network. Twitter at WeBFTN. Also, we got advertisement. If you need to promote your businesses, email us at bftnadvertise@gmail.com. We are Built for This Network, for the strong, not the weak. We are Built for This Network, for the strong, not the weak.
The zone, man.
I don't like my job, but I work it. Yeah, we all need bread. Really, we just gotta thank God when it's working. I can't lay my head, knowing I ain't give my all and put the work in. I sleep when I'm dead, but dog, right now I gotta move with a purpose. Gotta move with a purpose. Yeah. Whoa, yeah, I'm moving with precision and decisions. There's so many avenues I could get in. Yeah, I was tripping, me and God, we had us a sit-in. He told me do better, I said better, now I be winning. Now I'm turned up, I just work hard and I'm chillin'. Gotta stack up the money young for the children. God told me, boy, you too hard, you don't fit in. Big play for the big dogs, gonna dig in. $10 per hour, I still gotta get in. Gotta count them chickens. And y'all guys still want me at the same time. Oh, I ain't gonna mind my business. I thank you, God, cause I know I'm strong. Folks outside look at me for guidance, and a small percentage don't even like me, but I get on beats like way beside them. It's exciting, like did you hear? Folks say they like my music, cause they feel like the street way. Don't like my job, but I work it. Yeah, we all need bread. Really, we just gotta thank God when it's working. I can't lay my head, knowing I ain't give my all and put the work in. I sleep when I'm dead, but dog, right now I gotta move with a purpose. Gotta move with a purpose, yeah.
Built for This Network.
This is the number one Chief Rocka, Jerseyvern, on his recap show. Yeah, I said recap show. Yeah.
Built for This.
Nobody else can do it like me. I'm the man that comes on here, do 3 hours straight, non-stop. I talk about everything. Sports ain't the only thing in life. I talk about life in general. Can anybody get like the Chief Rocka? I don't think so. This is Chief Rocka. Non-stopper. You don't drink no Chief Rocka.
Chief Rocka was there. Chief Rocka was there until it ended. Chief Rocka gonna tell you how it ended. Yes, sir. So if you know something that I don't know, call up the number 404-618-2119. Call me up and let me know what you know. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck he making millions or not. He still needs coaching up. He's nothing but a player. You're supposed to be a coach that knows the system and know how you block on different plays. That's the whole thing right there. People think you just get in front of motherfucking block. No, it's not like that. You got to take angles on motherfuckers. You got to block a certain way. If a play is called to go off the 9-hole or the 8-hole, you got to be able to know which way to block the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Chief Rock is back. The number one Chief Rock in Jerseyvern, the Master Blaster, the Mac is back on the radio.
Get with the program. Chief Rock is coming on. Tune in. It's Dr. Mars and Pop Show. There's a lot of passion, joy, and a little bit of happiness in my show. So if you want to come in with me, come in. This is the number one Chief Rock, Jerseyvern. Do you like it? Down.
Built for this network.
From the Jersey State. From the Jersey State.
This is what you hear right here on Built for This Network.
Jersey State.
This is Mocha Bella from X Squad Radio Network. It's Monday, and you're listening to the number one Chief Rocka, Jerseyvern, recap and entertainment show, where he gets you updated on all your sports, entertainment, and news, and also has guests sitting in. Tune in and enjoy the show. Go Chief Rocka.
This is DJ Poetic Sins. We're built for this network and in the zone. And you're tuned into right now the number one Chief Rocka, Jerseyvern, with his recap and entertainment show right here on YouTube, Fire Stick TV, and Roku. Download those apps. Let's go.
This is your girl, DJ Purplicious. If you're down with football, basketball, baseball, all those different kind of sports, come on through and check out the one and the only number one Chief Rocka. He got it all for you. Just sit back and relax. Come on through and check him out. You know what I'm saying?
Check this out. This DJ Mukadeen, the Two-Step King, and I'm listening to the number one Chief Rocker, Jerseyvern, the Master Blaster, recap and entertainment show.
Y'all talk about sports. I talk about entertainment.
If you don't know, now you know.
I talk about news. I talk about whatever you want.
If you didn't know, now you know.
I talk about if you say your mama whipped your ass, I'm going to talk about it.
If you thought you knew, now you know.
You know what I'm saying? This is number one Chief Rock, Jerseyvern.
Let's go, Burn.
He's back. The Master Blaster himself. My big brother. The number one Chief Rocker. Jerseyvern. Yeah, man.
My niggas look mad. Y'all supposed to be happy on the screen. Y'all niggas look like y'all wanted me to stay in jail. Oh, busters.
Now, directly from the planet, representing Jersey on the Love.
You're in big trouble now, pal.
Damn, I miss home.
And now.
Yeah. Built for this network. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, man. You know I'm ready today. Out. Yeah. Good morning, everybody. This is number one Chief Rocka, Jerseyvern, on his recap and entertainment show, live Monday morning here from the Irma Rick Studio, built for this network in the Zone production. I'd just like to say good morning to all my background listeners, to everybody that's close to hearing me and feeling what I have to say this morning. I thank you all for coming in too. Also, my chat room, I thank you for being here each and every Monday morning. And we just gonna make this thing rock and roll, all right? This is like the only person I got up in here this morning. We got my main man, Smoking Luke. What's up, Smoking? Thank you for coming in, my brother. Yeah, man, but this Monday morning, man, you know, it's not much going on. Well, you know what? I'm not going to say that. There's always something going on in sports. The USA Olympic team won the gold medal in hockey. Didn't win the gold medal in hockey and what, since 1980? God damn. I was just counting up some years with me in football. You know what I'm saying? But damn, since 1980, the U.S. finally wins a Winter Olympic in hockey. We got one in women's and men. So that's another good thing, you know what I'm saying? But all in all, man, we had the Olympics. They closed out last night, so no more Olympics. We got NBA, about 22 games left for my team. I don't know about everybody around that same area, 22, 25, 21, 20 games left. The season is almost done, people, for the NBA. The playoffs are just around the corner. They got like a little play-in system. Like they picked 10 teams to make the playoff in both divisions, right? The conference. Then we've got the conference. The Eastern Conference has 10 teams, and the Western Conference have 10 teams, right? And the 10, 6 are guaranteed playoff spots. The other 4 play a play-in spot for the final 2 teams. So all you got to do is keep your head above water and make that 10th spot, and you got a chance to get into the regular playoffs and make that run. My team, the New York Knicks, are doing good right now. No matter what half these motherfuckers out. That's another thing I got a rant on this morning. Is about people worried about teams and your team ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we in third position, third place in the 10, and we like probably game behind Boston to get that second spot. But as long as you're in the first 4, you good. But your first games is home. But anything after that, it's an uphill battle. You got to fight the whole time in there. You're not saying you ain't got to fight in 1 and 4, but 1 and 4 is a little easier when you're home. You know what I'm saying? Most of the game, out of the 5 games they play, 3 of them's home. So we got that. We got to forward to look to that, man. MLB is in preseason form, and when I say they're in preseason form, they didn't start their preseason game this past Friday. The Yankees are 1-2 in spring games. First game they lost 2-0 from the Baltimore Orioles. Pete Alonso hit a 2-run home. If y'all know who Pete Alonso is, he's an ex-first baseman with the Mets, who the Mets gonna miss a lot this year. So he hit a 2-run home and beat the Yankees Friday. Saturday, the Yankees put a can of whoop ass on the Detroit Tigers. And for all you people out there that's always talking about how the Detroit Lions and the Pistons are beating up on New York team. Goddamn. Saturday, these motherfuckers couldn't even get out their own way. They lost 20-3. 20 in baseball, 9 innings, 20-3. I thought they were going to stop the motherfucker after 7. They're running out of pitching. But they beat them 20-3. Yesterday, they lost to the Mets 6-4. Pretty good game. These spring games are finding out players that is going to make the open spots on the bench for your team and pitchers that are going to make your rotation. That's what that's going to do. But the veteran players they're going to be there. A lot of them don't play that much. The only reason some of them is playing early because this year we have the World Classic, the Baseball World Classic, where the whole world is playing against each other. And a couple of players, we got about 10 players on the team. Only 2 of them playing with the U.S., the rest of them playing with other countries. So they're all playing a lot now, early in the spring, because I think this thing starts off in about another week or 2. I know it starts off soon because it got to be over, but the season starts the end of March. So this has got to be over with at least by the middle of March. You know what I'm saying? So the players can get back to their team and start finishing working out their team for the season. But all in all, man, you got Major League Baseball icing up. And speaking of ice, icing up, we're going to talk about ice. Got a little conversation about ice, too. You know what I'm saying? Especially here in Georgia, man. I don't understand, but, no, I understand, but y'all don't understand. But I don't understand us that lives here. Yeah, that's if you can understand what I'm saying. I just don't understand us that live here. But I can understand the reason these people are doing what they're doing, and ain't nobody doing nothing about it. Is it really a beef between 50 and T.I.? Beefs. Man, y'all motherfuckers ain't learned shit about. And then you know what kills me? And we're going to talk about it when that time comes. I ain't going to stop, going down the line of what I'm going to talk about. Just to talk about these 2 fools. Until that time comes, around entertainment time, that's what I'm talking about. Also, it was a fight this weekend. Garcia won a unanimous decision. To me, Garcia don't look that great, you know what I'm saying? And, there's some guys, RC, he being here, he'll say something different. But there's a lot of people that probably think Garcia is more than what I think he is. But I think if he talking about fighting Secure Stevenson, right? He's not going to beat him. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to beat him. And I'm tired of them having boxers be at these fights just so people can tune in early as analysts of the fight. I don't like that. unless you're retired. I'm talking about active boxing. Boxers that's boxing right now shouldn't be up there talking about other fights, because especially if it's the weight class that you fight in, and they just want the riff-raff between the two fighters. The one that's fighting and the one that if he won, they going back and forth. But Secure Stevens, he's not like that. He gives motherfuckers their praise. And then he said, bring it on. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying, bring it on. Don't talk about it, be about it. And that's how we do in Jersey. He's straight out of the bricks, north. So big ups to Mr. Stevenson for how he handled that situation Saturday night. Also, I got a thing, man. Why people rag on Tyler Perry? You know what I'm saying? You may have your dislikes about this man, but he's still a black man. And if you knew his story, you wouldn't be ragging on him like you're ragging. We're going to talk about that too. And me, as an individual, I can talk about football from 1960 to now. That's 76 years I've been born into football. Because when I came out of my mama womb, I could play all three sports. Or I had the vision of playing all three sports, what I did. I didn't get to it on the money level, but I played it most of my life. And I was good at it. I feel I was successful. People that's listening to the show in the background, they know me. You've seen me play before. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I went to a big university and got a shot. But that's all I got was a shot. But that motherfucking bullet went down, they ain't hit shit. You know what I'm saying? But I also went there to run on the hurdles too. So I had a good time my freshman year running hurdles. But my sophomore year, I tried to concentrate more on football, and it did me no good because I ended up leaving right after my sophomore year. I was done. So the reason I brought this up about football in 76 years, because anybody that can talk about what happened in the 50s and shit like that, and you're not older than me, you're at least 10, 15, 7, 8, 20 years younger than me, and you up there putting down about what this brother did back in the 50s, come on, kiss my motherfucking ass. Because you know what? You ain't doing nothing but Googling it, Wikipedia in it, whatever. That's all you doing. So don't come in here and try to tell me some shit about what happened before I was born. You don't even know what happened when I was born. That's the shit. That's the shit that gets me. And see, all y'all do is make content for me on the show by saying a lot of stupid shit or making a point that ain't a point, really, because you don't know nothing about it. So how's it a fucking point? Or you going off as what a computer is telling you, or you heard it through the grapevine somewhere. You know what I'm saying? That's all. If you ain't living or you didn't go through that time and tribulations with it, then fuck it. I Bernie Mac said, oh, fuck it. But before I continue on and get started, man, let me introduce my chat room. Like I already said, Smoking Lou, first person up in here. Thank you for coming in, Smoking Lou. We got my main man, co-CEO and founder of this operation and owner. We got my main man, DJ Mad motherfucking Knox, my partner tomorrow night on the Jersey Connect show. Then we got a homeboy of mine who's part owner and CEO of this organization. You know what I'm saying? He goes by the two-step king, DJ Mookadane. What's up, Mook? Thank you for coming in. Knox said, Clarissa Shield put them paws on old girl. I didn't even know she'd fight. You know what I'm saying? Boxing has gotten to the point where if you don't go on social media, you don't know somebody fighting. There used to be advertisement everywhere. I don't see advertising nowhere. The Garcia fight, only reason I seen that is because the last fight I looked at, I remember the date that he was supposed to fight in this weekend. And that was last week when I watched the fight. I knew that he was coming on this week. So that's the only reason I knew that he was coming on. You know, so boxing is bad. It's bad, man. You know, you don't even, I mean, when you used to be on regular TV, you get promos all through the week. Check out the Sugar Ray Leonard and Tommy Hearns fight on ABC this Saturday night. Bang, bang, bang. You know what I'm saying? You don't even get this on ESPN. I don't even hear ESPN advertise. If ESPN is going to have their hands in it, they're not going to play with it. You know what I'm saying? If they don't have their hands in it, they're not going to play with it. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, so all in all, man, it's sad, man, that you don't know it was a fight until after it was over. You know, who the fuck want to go back watch the replay when you heard who won? You know, I don't. I'm serious. I really don't. I don't like to go back and watch it because throughout the replay, you're gonna hear different things that happen in the fight. And so all you're gonna be doing while you're watching motherfuckers wait for that moment to come through. And if it don't come through right away, you're like, God damn, when did this happen? We got President of Creative Design. She's a poet, DJ. We got DJ Poetic Sins here to go for this network. Thank you for coming in, folks. Give me some. See. Oh yeah. She was talking about the weather up there. I know if they got that type of weather up in the tri-state area, I know Minnesota's still suffering. But shit, y'all get that shit on the regular. But this is the first time it snowed up there like that in a while. I can't remember the year they said the last time we had snow like it is up there. That's that shit like we used to go to school before it got that deep. We used to go to school and shit that was still coming down. Walk to school now. And then by the time we get to school, and then for about at least an hour, they said, we're going to be leaving out. They're going to close school in about half an hour. So everybody get your belongings together. God damn, what the fuck is sister coming to school for? I walk about 10 blocks to get the fuck to school. And we got to go home now. That was a sad part, man. See, now these days, man, shit, they say it's gonna be some ice out there. Fucking school closed 2 days. Little bit of dusting fall, school's closed until they can wipe the dusting away. Because you ain't shoveling shit, you're just wiping it away. You know, putting some salt down and sand and shit like that. But you ain't really shoveling no shit. Man, I seen snow plows. I forgot which news channel I was looking at. It was either Philly, Jersey, or New York. I forgot which news I was watching. And the snow plows was in work. And say, if you ain't used to snow like that, and that snow plow come down your block, and it push it towards your cars. That's the one thing. So if you parked on the street, your driver's side door, if you parked on the right-hand side, coming down a one-way street, you got cars parked on both sides. This shit, you got shit on your fucking driver's side door. And if you park on the left-hand side, you got the snow from when people shovel their driveways and they walkways, you got that shit on your door. So all in all, the most part of shoveling snow up there is getting your fucking car out the park. That's why, if you live in that type of weather, it's best to be retired. But you ain't gotta go nowhere. You can stay in the crib for 2-3 days until all that shit is like, normal way you can get around. You know what I'm saying? When everybody dug their cars out, all the sidewalks, byways, everything is clear, that's when I was going. So the next motherfucker tell me or say to me, why would you, because this girl just said to me a couple of days ago, why would I move back to Jersey? Of course, for one, I'm retired. For two, they got a lot of programs for seniors and retired personnel, military personnel. They got a lot of programs. So if you can't get in none of these programs and live comfortable without people getting in your pockets while you coming back. It's high as hell up there. The weather fucked up. The weather ain't that good here. It was 24 degrees out this motherfucker last night. You know what I'm saying? The whole from the last warm day, because they teased us with like 70s and 60s for a couple of days. Last warm day was early Friday. After that, weather started dipping. It's down to what, 20? It's probably about 30 something right now. But that's weather here that I hear people saying it's cold, right? I mean, it's cold. You can say it's cold if you're not used to cold. But the only thing I say about it being cold is they don't build these apartments and houses for the weather. The installation they're using is not enough, or it's not the best type, or they're using the cheapest type of wood or brick to put on your fucking house. Because that goddamn shit seeps in. You got to turn this shit up. We pay more money in utility bill due to the fact you fighting. Like if my shit was secure, that bitch could be on about, I say 70. Right now, my shit about 76, 77. Just to keep fighting that fucking chill that's coming from the outside in here, So, it's fucked up. But anyway, man, prayers go out to everybody, family members, Mook, Knox, Purplicious up there in Jersey. Prayers go out to y'all, man, because y'all been age. Purplicious and Mook is, Knox 40. I still say that's up in age. It's rough getting out there trying to shovel that shit, man. I don't give a fuck what type of equipment you got to try to do that. That shit still take time. That snow sometimes don't want to agree with you, help you out. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things you have to do to remove snow. So people won't be suing you when they walk past the house and they fall. That's one thing a lot of people fight to get. And then trying to get your cars. If you got a driveway, you're trying to get it out the driveway. If you're parked on the street, you're trying to move that snow that they put against your car. I mean, that takes a lot, man. I did that so many years, man. I was happy I ain't had to do that shit no more, But all in all, man, good luck on all that to y'all, man, and stay safe, man. Me, myself, I keep me a motherfucking about 4 or 5 Mexicans on roller deck. Papi, I need snow move. Come move me. I need my car moved down. Shit, them jokers there. $10 an hour. You got 4 of them. Say like it take them 2 hours. That's $100. You know what I'm saying? You go out there and you spend 4 hours to get that shit up. That's motherfucking cold, pain, and suffering when you get your black ass in the house. And that ain't no love. You know what I'm saying? So all in all, man, good luck to everybody up there with the snow hit hard at. We're praying for you, to be able to get out of there and make things better. Wait, hold on a minute. Hold on. Hello? How you doing? Sorry about that. I should have asked for music, man. I normally don't mute while somebody called me. This is an important call. This is my guy that's doing my military claim. You know, he had to vet too. So you know, he had to let me know I should be getting some paperwork back this week. I need to go over it with him, you know what I'm saying? So we can get this claim before the summertime, you know what I'm saying? Get it sometime soon, you know. But yeah, big up, man. Shoot, I tried to do it myself one year. Fucked me up. I got denied. Then I went over here to the base. They had vets over there working in like an admin type of situation to help you with a lot of different things. Man, this motherfucker, he looked like he was just collecting a check, man. He ain't work hard as this brother right here now doing. He ain't worked that hard with. So now I'm hoping, you know, they said I normally don't strike out. This right here will not be no strike. I'll be stuck at them 2 strikes. This will not be a strike. And I'll guarantee that, you know. So big up to my boy Brown that just called me. And you know, get that shit right, man. I need all that back pay too. I don't want to talk about it over the phone. That's why I put myself on mute, because you don't know who out there listen. You know what I'm saying? A lot of shit people listen to, I don't give a fuck. But right there, that's my money. I care about that. I ain't want them to say nothing that'll fuck me up. Yeah. Anyway, man, we're going to get into this past weekend, man. Like I said, I don't even know how many. Let me see. How many? I'll ask and see. Give me the final record of the Olympic medals this weekend, this past Olympic. Yeah, let me see what we had now. I don't think. Oh, okay. We have 41 total medals, right? We had 18 gold, 12 silver, and 11 bronze. Secured second place with a record-breaking performance of totaling 33 medals, 12 gold, 12 silver, and 9 bronze. Italy placed third, and Germany finished fourth. So who was first? And then, Norway finished on top. You figure a place where it ain't nothing but snow and shit like that. You know, you can work on and win that shit, you know. They're the ones gonna win it. Oh, ooh, that ginger's strong. God damn. Woo, man. Woo, shit, man. God damn. I done turned red and anything out this motherfucker. Oh, that was some strong ginger right there. I think just went down the wrong pipe. That's all. Yeah, but anyway, big up to the Norwegians, because that's what they call them. And the USA. I don't know, man. I don't ever think the USA should never be finished less than second or third in gold and medals, period. They should never finish that week. They should have the most medals damn near all the time. Knox said, Moop said snow, and he got that orange man look. Knox said, look like you drunk some hot Henny, laugh out loud. Shit, man. Don't talk about that Henny, boy. I almost didn't get up this morning. Because I drank plenty last night. You know? Yeah, it was kind of just, I'm sitting up there watching movies and shit, man. And in my room where I sit at, little draft come through sometimes. That's why I be like, I don't want to turn this fucking heat up. But you go to bed, you're gonna forget you turn it up. And you're gonna be in the bed. But I don't sleep by the window of the bed. I'm closer to the bed. So you're gonna be burning up and shit, man. So I'm sitting over there. I said, man, let me drink a couple shots of Hennessy, right? It'll keep me warm and shit, man. I'm sitting there watching the movie. I'm like this and shit. And next thing you know, I was in the bed, man. I had to go back to what I was watching, man. Because I hate to miss parts of it. and start from where it left off at. So I'm gonna have to go back. I can't remember what the fuck I was watching, but once with my programming on my TV, once I turn it on, it'll show you shit that you saying last, So I never had no problem finding out the movie. I ain't like me. I seen so much shit. You asked me what the fuck I seen that was good. Everything I seen was good, but I can't tell you some of the names unless I look them up. We got my main man Fly Ty up in the house. What's going on, Fly Ty? He's another serviceman dropping up in here. What's going on, Ty? But anyway, man, we're gonna start the NBA. NBA got 22 games, like I said, left. My team, I think, had 22 left, right? A lot of people are saying, and it's mostly these here bullshit ass talk show people or some analysts on TV, that the NBA should cut the games from 82 to 65. I'm like, really? I mean, they've been doing this shit. I've been cheering for like I said, I've been cheering for sports since I came out of my mama's womb in 60. It is 76 years later, and now you want to change the number of games because we got these soft and ivory ass motherfucking playing ball? Yeah, they're talking about the cure the injury. Shit, I seen motherfucker get hurt week 1. So how you gonna cure? Motherfuckers get hurt and the spring training, what they call it, the preseason. You know what I'm saying? People get hurt. So an injury could happen anytime. I'm saying this because you got teams like OKC have 3 starters out right now. Well, OKC is so good to the point that the rest of the players are winning. They picked Cleveland to blow these months. I'm gonna show you how fucked up Charles Barkley, sometimes Shaq, Kenny confused, and Ernie just for the ride. He's just a token Gentile for the ride, right? How fucked up they show is. I look at it because I be wanting to hear some stupid shit they say and some stupid shit they do, like Shaq going through Kenny highlight board one time, racing them to get up to the board. He tripped his big 7'18" ass into the goddamn thing and went bust right through it. Gonna say that Cleveland was gonna blow out OKC because OKC got 3 starters. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see none of that shit happen yesterday. I seen OKC put a can of whoop ass on the first quarter of the game, and Cleveland started chipping away the second quarter. But OKC still had the lead at halftime. In the second half, OKC just took care of business and beat the Bucks. I'm gonna call them bums because ever since they got James, they became a bummies team. And then another thing, somebody mentioned that they're gonna give the Knicks a tough time. See, that's when I get involved. When you mention my team, that a team just because they picked up so and so gonna dominate my team, just like they talking about Detroit gonna dominate us. Okay, last year, Boston, Cleveland, and another team dominated us in the regular season. Cleveland got knocked out playoff. We beat Boston out the playoff. You know what I'm saying? Only team we should have beat and we didn't beat was Indiana. That's 2 years in a row. We let these bitches take away us going to the NBA championship. So a lot of times I'll be wondering, is it just hate? Because you can't be that stupid. Because if I know this shit and I don't have as much information as you do. You got an intern, board op, producer, you know what I'm saying? And some other funkies running around doing shit for you. You got a studio full of motherfuckers. I'm sitting here, and by the way, let me get my madness. I'm here with Mom Deuce right there, my boy Darren right there, Bugman right behind me, my liquor license right there, and my giant faithfulness right behind, right? That's all I got in my studio. I got a son that's supposed to be my intern, but he interned something else. Don't ask me what. I don't give a fuck. And ask me why. I don't know. So, this is all I got. But I can put out better information. If I put out some wrong shit, there's usually people in there in the chat room going to correct me. And by the way, see, I have so much on my mind when I be coming on the show. Some things I skip. But if y'all have it in your heart, and y'all know this young lady put prayers out for, Mocha Bella went for a procedure this morning. She had an operation surgery this morning. And, just asking for prayers from people, you know what I'm saying? And, you don't never want to wish nobody to have surgery and something go wrong, you know what I'm saying? So put them prayers out and show the love, That's to my background, my chat room, to everybody that's listening to me, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what the procedures is, don't ask me, I just had a text this morning saying that she wanted to procedure this morning. So big ups to Mocha, get strong. Hope everything's all right. And if the procedure's over with and you're in recovery and you got a little strength, turn the show on. I'm just playing, Mocha. But turn the show on for real. As a matter of fact, everybody's in the background and everybody in the chat room, hit that like and then subscribe button. Please hit that like button. And a lot of you all subscribe, but hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? Let me know that you really like me and you care about me. You know what I'm saying? Definitely do that. And tell a friend to tell a friend every Monday morning from 10 to 1, check me out. Only thing about it, today I'm getting out at 12:30 again. I'm going to do 1 o'clock. I'm going to start doing 1 o'clock. But I have some things I need to attend to. That's real. Hey, man, yesterday was the first time. I'm getting back to what I was talking about. Yesterday was the first time in a while, because I usually break it down in sections. Yesterday was the first time in a while I'm out my whole guy. I got like over there is a partial room, but right here is the living room where my studio at. You know what I'm saying? Then you got the little corner over there as a dining room. The kitchen. These are all wood floors. The bedroom's the only one got carpet. So I have to mop this motherfucker. And you talking about a job? Shit. Chief Rocker looked like I finished mopping the floor. I felt like I was in a motherfucking heavyweight fight. Sweat everywhere. I had sweat everywhere, man. We got the most beautiful lady in the world. You know what I'm saying? When I say beauty, it's not skin deep. We're talking about skin deep, inness. Everything about this woman is beautiful, man. We got the lovely Tiffany Poodle from Portland up in the house. What's going on, Tiff? Thank you for coming in. Definitely that. And tell Bear I said, what's up? He need to check me out sometime on a Tuesday night. Tell Bear he can come on the show Tuesday night if he wants. You know what I'm saying? We like to pick Bear brain on some things. But that, Bear's intelligent, man. Man, I had a lot of conversation when the last time he was here. Yeah, definitely. Anyway, like I was saying, NBA is almost over. I'm gonna let you know the positions right now, and with like 20 to 22 games left in the season, you tell me how you feel about your team. I already know about how I feel about my team. You tell me how you feel about your team. Okay. In the Eastern Conference, which I told you, before they used to have division. You had the Atlantic Division, you had the Mid-East Division, and there was three divisions in the East and 3 divisions in the West. Now they broke it down to the Eastern Conference, Western Conference. In the Eastern Conference, you got Detroit 42-13, leading the league, 5 games ahead of Boston. Six and a half games ahead of New York. Boston is 37-19 without Tatum, and the Knicks are 37-21. That's like 2 games behind Boston, which really they would say a game and a half. You know what I'm saying? Then you got Cleveland in 4th place at 7.5 behind at a 36-22 record. Everybody's close. Toronto's 5th, 34-23, and the Sixers are 6th at 31-26, with Orlando on that 7th spot. 8th spot is Miami. 9th spot is the Hawks, and the 10th spot up by 3 games or 2.5 games over the 9th spot. 11th spot, Milwaukee, is the Charlotte Hornets. Charlotte's been playing great ball this year. And if that stays, them 10 teams stay there like that, that means teams like Milwaukee, Chicago Bulls, Washington Wizards, the Brooklyn Nets, and Indiana Pacers will be Indiana Pacers. Wow, where did they go? They will be fighting for the lottery ball, seeing who don't get in the top 10 of that. You know what I'm saying? That's the Eastern Conference. The Western Conference, you got OKC still holding a 3-game lead over San Antonio, who San Antonio, OKC to me, will be the 2 teams that definitely going to make that noise in the West. Then you got San Antonio 3 games behind OKC. Then the 3rd place team is 8 games back, which is Denver. And then Houston is 8.5 back behind Denver at 4. The Lakers is in 5th, 9 games back. So them the 3 to 7 is close to each other. Of course, the 16 is Minnesota with the Ant-Man. And then you got Phoenix. I never thought Phoenix would be number 7. Phoenix gutted their team this past season. They still got some players. And then I was looking at a lot of teams got players that I'm like, when did he go there? See, trade deadline is not like the trade deadline is supposed to be. If it ain't a big trade, you're not going to hear about a lot of these people going to places. Because there's a lot of people on teams. I was like, because, I do that little parlay, that FanDuel parlay. So I see players on one team through most of the season. Now they're on another team. Now they're making it hard for you to bet because you don't know who's who on that team. But then they got rid of players. And the 10th team is the Clippers. The 9th team is Portland. And how in the hell is Golden State 8? They got Jimmy Butler out for the season. Steph, light-skinned ass, we don't know when he'll be back. You know what I'm saying? Steph broke down. When you see Steph come to a game, Steph got all kinds of shit on him. Where he taped up and shit or whatever. And the Clippers, they just keep taking everybody from Kawhi Leonard. You know what I'm saying? But they got another player on there. And Memphis is 21.5 games out. And they're about 6 games out behind the Clippers for that 10th spot. So the NBA with 27 games left, things could change. Things could change. And anybody can get on a loser streak. Anybody can get on a winning streak. So what I said today may not be like this next Monday. If most of it is the same by next Monday, then a lot of them teams I've talked about will advance in the playoff. But that top 6, you need to get that top 6 in order not to play the play-in game. And see, I don't know why leagues change a lot of shit. Like you said, I want to cut the games down to 65. I want to do a play-in, right? Play-in games. So like, instead of having 8 teams making the playoff, we're going to have 10 teams. The 4 bottom teams will play each other to get 2 spots. I mean, that's money to me. Good. Y'all they talk. Now, you talk about cutting the season down to 65 games. So why do take the playoffs away from 18 to 10 teams? You're making it, you're prolonging the situation. Even though the teams that don't have to play in the play-in, they get some rest. But that don't equal to your argument of they play too many games. I can't get it. There's always somebody trying to mastermind shit, but you're masterminding it the wrong fucking way. You know what I'm saying? You always putting shit in the game that don't need to be put in the game. And it be these commissioners. Every time you get new commissioners in the league, even though Silverman been here for a while now, ever since he's been here, he's been trying to change up shit. You know what I'm saying? Change the dress policy. He wanted the players to start. If you ain't playing, you got to sit on the bench with casual, good clothes on. Remember, AI used to come in all type of throwback shit on. You know what I'm saying? It's either that or you got your warm up on. You got to have something on that the league recognize. You know. But I'm looking at it like this, man. Stop changing. If the shit ain't broke, don't fix it. You know, that's the point. But sometimes it's broke. It's, the way you fix it don't need to be fixed. Let it work your way out from being broke. That's how I'm looking at it. We got my main man up in here. He'll be on Wednesday night. My perspective. He came on last week. You know, they not call him commission. I call him Rocky Tower would always be home, sweet home, the truck. Who? Motherfucking D. We got Truck D up in the house. What's going on, Truck? Y'all pray for Truck out there, man. Truck going through a little tough, couple of rough little situations right now. But that brother strong. He'll be right back in the game in a minute, man. But y'all put them prayers out for him too, man. Oh man, that ginger tea, man. Woo, man, that does something to you, boy. That's real. I seen you coughing. We got the inbound. We got the inbound. We got the NFL combines coming up soon, and my thing is, for one, who watching, right? For two, who go? Because college players that know they're gonna get picked in the NFL, they don't go that shit. You know, the ones that go is the ones that trying to build up their stock to move up high. But if you're in that top 10 tier, a lot of times you don't even fuck with that. But who watching? I stopped watching NFL combines back in, what was it? Middle 90s, something like that. I stopped watching it. You know, it's some shit that you used to watch religiously every time it comes, every year, whenever it's season for that to come, you watch it religiously, you know what I'm saying? Or whenever it comes on and come out, you're watching. I used to do that with a lot of shit, man. I don't do that no more, man. I just wait till the season starts, man. When the season starts, the NFL draft is not even that much important to me. Only pick I watch is my team pick. This year we got the 5th pick, right? I heard a sports talk analysis saying that the Giants don't need no running back. Bullshit me. The dude talking about Scatterbull there. Scatter my ass, motherfucker. He can't even run without twisting his fucking feet. You know what I'm saying? I hate that he got hurt like that. To all my Giant fans that's listening, I hate that he got hurt like that. Scatterbull is one of those type of players when you want to, if another team is playing rough and you want to go back rough with them, you put a Scatterbull in there and run that ball because he's trying to tear motherfucking head off. And they trying to, like, he forgot who got the ball. You got the ball, they trying to tear your head off, but you tear their head off. That's the type of player that he's in. You know what I'm saying? He can run. He ain't no Julius Love. He ain't no let me see, James Cook. You know what I'm saying? Kenny Walker. He ain't them type of backs. He just a back and catch the ball out the backfield. He played quarterback when he was young, so they had a trick play for him to throw it to a wide receiver. He can do that. You know what I'm saying? He's just a change of pace back. He's not no get back there, first and third down, running that motherfucking ball in the game. You know what I'm saying? He's not that. He's good to come in there and relieve your starter from time to time. And then we also got a back called Tracy, Tracy had 1,000 yards rushing, almost 1,000 yards catching this past season. I mean, if he would have got the ball more, you know, our offense was just back, man. I just hope now that we got Nagy. But see, this is what I like what the Giants did. Even though we went and got Nagy, to be our offensive coordinator. They brought another veteran offensive guru in there to assist him. That's showing that you don't trust him. And that's showing that Nagy was a friendship hire. You got to start looking at a lot of shit. When you scratch your head about why they hired this coach, it's because of friendship. Because he wasn't qualified to that team that we don't have, especially if we get a wide receiver, because right now in the 5th pick, they got us picking either Tate from Ohio State, the other wide receiver on the other side of our star wide receiver Smith. Tate was the number 17 that he scored. When he played, he scored, and he got big time catches too. And he's just as good as Neighbors. You know what I'm saying? He's a speedster, but he's also a possession receiver too. You know, do both. You know what I'm saying? So we put him on the other side of Neighbors, we should be good. Or if we don't get him, I think we should go with Love. And Love is not just a one-dimensional back. Love can be like a wide receiver and go get that ball in the air too. He goes in the slot sometimes. He catches the ball out the backfield. But he's the only back I've seen in college this year that can run through any hole. That zero hole with a center hand. 1-3-5 on the left. 2-4-6 on the right. He can run in any of them holes. He ain't had no particular side. I've seen this man run his ass off this past 2 or 3 seasons. And if we don't pick him up, somebody gonna get him. He will not make it to the late first round or early second round. I guarantee you that. Somebody gonna. It's already said New Orleans may get him because they may end up trading. What's his name? And he's right out of Atlanta too. They may end up trading him. I can't think of his name, but they may end up trading him. So if they do that, that'll be a good team for Love because the quarterback is young. Some of the receivers, most of the receivers is young. You know what I'm saying? The tight end is a good tight end. He's young. So they have what Kevin Moore want. A nice, young, want to learn offense down there in New Orleans. You know, you watch and see. Everything I'm saying, I would dictate if I was young because a lot of times I'm not wrong on what I'm saying. You know? If I'm wrong, I come on here in a minute. Or if somebody put it in the chat room I'm wrong, you know? Or I'll tell you another team he would be great with, and they'll be back to promised land next year. Those Kansas City Chiefs, PNP. But if y'all had Julian Love and let the mother suckers back him up, man, that's a dog. I'll have Julius Love and I'll have Kareem Hunt back him up. I would try to get something for Pacheco, even though he's a homeboy from Jersey. I would get something for him because he's still doable. But I don't think he's doable with your team. You know? And the other back, Williams, he'll be the third string back. I think that's man number 24. So all in all, if y'all got Julian Love, shit, Kansas City be right back there, man. Yo, shit. So them times when Mahomes is like in deep trouble, he don't really want to run, he want to hit somebody, you see Julius Love all day. And I bet you he'd make motherfuckers miss because he got that type of speed. And he got that agility. You know, remind me of myself a little bit, you know, that little wig. It's all up here too. You know, that shake and bake with the head. You know what I'm saying? Stop and go on, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I know all that shit. I did it. You know what I'm saying? You know what? I'm going to tell y'all like this. I'm going to tell you like this. You got to look me up. Just go back to my old hood. There's still some of the vets out there that grew up with me. Go to my old hood and ask them jokes about me. That's all. You ain't got to do no Google and all that because Google ain't going to find a lot of shit back there. But you know what? You go to the hood and ask a motherfucker about somebody. That's how you find out about it. I did that one time when I was down there in Jacksonville Station. You know, whenever we wasn't on the boat, I was on land. This one dude was talking about how he balled out with Florida State and this and that. So I went back to the high school, but the coach was still there. You know, I was asking about a couple other players that was in the NFL. It was Range High in Jacksonville. They got a lot of ballers that went to Range High, that went to big colleges, and some of them that went to the NFL. So I went to ask the coach about. I asked the coach about a couple other players. I said, "Yeah, I got one more guy." He said, "Who?" So I tell you the name. Oh, he could have been a good guy. He could have been a good player. Could have went to a big time school. You know what I'm saying? But his head wasn't right. Once he said that, he ain't say no more. But everything this joker told me was a motherfucking lie. When the coach said his head wasn't right, and I know what was coming after that, I was like, oh man, I can't wait to see this motherfucker head. And I ain't gonna tell him who told me. You know what I'm saying? I want to go back to the coach talking about why you gonna tell somebody you don't even know that nigga from Jersey. How you gonna go there and tell my business, you know? So I never told him. I said, yeah, some of your boys you played with back in the day told me about you. Right? All that shit you told me about, you ain't got a lie. You ain't got idea. I don't give a fuck. If you played it, if you did, you did it. But if, you know, some of the shit you were saying you did, I had to question that shit. But it didn't add up. It damn sure didn't add up, man. But like I said, the combine is in another week, or it could be this week. I don't know what day it is. That's how much I don't give a fuck about. You know what I'm saying? This is my thing. Me and Truck D had an argument on it. And I use the wrong word. Now, we had discussion. But me and Truck don't argue. If we don't like what we just said, I'll be like, well, you know, that's how you feel. That's how you feel. I'll leave it alone. You know what I'm saying? But we had a little discussion, and Truck tried to make me feel bad about it, right? Because I said, the draft is too long out. All right, the football season, Super Bowl was over with what? 2 or 3 weeks ago? 2 weeks the most, right? Damn. Ooh, that was a burp right there. I'm sorry, I felt Sean radio, but I had to get it up. Then we got stuck. But I think that the NFL, the draft should be, and people say not March because of March Madness, right? Okay, I understand that because they like to do the draft, they like to have their own weekend. Right after March Madness, early April, like the middle of April should be, or even before March Madness. March Madness is not going on now. You know what I'm saying? This shit should be the end of February, the goddamn draft. So what's happening in the February? Huh? Ain't shit happening. March Madness don't start till March. You know, you probably be playing the lower conference. They may be playing their tournament or championship, but the big boys don't start until like the first weekend of March. That's when they start their little conference championship and all that. Then after that, just before St. Patrick's Day, which they already got shit in stores, or if you're Irish, you're shit in store already, right? That's when the tournament starts. That week of or just the weekend before St. Patrick's Day is when the tournament starts. So it's enough time. The NFL can have their draft the end of February. You know what I'm saying? So by April, and Truck told me the other day, well, they got a schedule, Chief. They probably got different things. Man, get the fuck, I don't give a fuck about a schedule. That's just a fucking draft. That's all that is. That's a draft. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to make a draft seem like it's a fucking goddamn 4-day seminar or something like that. It ain't that. It's a draft. After the first 2 days, Negroes stop watching anyway. The only reason they watched it for 4 or 5 days last year is because Shador, how he got to. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to know when Shador gonna get drafted and to who and what round. So the NFL played their little money game. Oh, hey, nobody drafts Shador until at least around the 5th round. Or if you want to draft in the 4th round, you can. You know? That's what the shit was said. You know, little eye wink. you know, fist pound, and that's what they do. I don't know what they do. And they, a lot of that is hug and kiss on your face and shit. They don't need to get close to me. But I mean, that's exactly what I feel. The NFL draft, it's too long. It's almost May when the fucking draft. So then after May, they supposed to be going through right after the draft. Rookies go to rookie workout. Then they had their first workout, OTAs. It's not mandatory. Then they have another OTA. Then they have a mandatory shit, right? And then you home until July. In June, a lot of veterans gonna find out that they not on their same team no more. They got cut or traded. You know what I'm saying? So that's the schedule right there. And then as you know, July here, you in camp. So my thing is, the teams that didn't make the playoff, their season was over with. Right after New Year's, that first weekend, that was their last game. Back home, go home, go get on a fucking couch or go fishing. You know, your shit is done. You know, that was then. But I think it take too long, man, for the NFL draft. That's all. That's just my opinion. I don't know who else think that way, but that's my opinion. You know what I'm saying? And speaking of the devil, he popped up in this motherfucker. I told Chief the NFL has a schedule to keep. Fuck their schedule. Fuck you agreeing with it. This is Chief Rocket Thoughts. Nah, that's my boy Truck. I understand, Truck. Like I told you, I understand, but you know, that's life, man. That's just life, man. You know. Yeah, I tried to get my homies to come up in here with me. It could have been a real recap entertainment Jersey Connect type show. But we had three brothers from Jersey. I tried to get Knox and Mook to come on, you know, since they was you know, they had a hooky day today, you know, snow day. You know what I'm saying? They home playing in the snow. They said, Mook said, motherfucker, who playing? I gotta do this shit by myself. Mook, you better get the Mexicans in your roller down, man. Rolodex. Roller down, Rolodex. Get them in your goddamn phone and call them bitches up, man. You too old, Mook. Stop. I know you devoted. Mook help anybody, man. Mook always been like that, man. Mook help anybody. Man, motherfucker come up and say, hey, Mook, man. My grandma coming down the street, them bags, man. I can't help her, man. I'm too fucked up. Could you help me do that? Mook said, that's fucked up, man. That's your grandmother. But I'll go down there and get it. Mook got the bags, walking down the street talking with it. This is how Mook walking, talking, cheesing and everything, walking with the bag. That's Mook. He'll do anything for anybody. And that's real, man. You know? And as a Built for This Network family, y'all should see it. I know y'all see it. Because he do it every day, you know? Yeah, but big ups to Mook, man. Don't get out there and fuck that snow, bro. That's all I got to say. I ain't got nothing else to say about it. And whatnot. I think Crown Holder, you know, he dealing with the kids this morning, so I understand that. But you know, I'm the type of person. Hey, I mean, if you ain't doing nothing, come on. Hey, I'm not a motherfucker like half these bitches. They don't want you to come on their show because they want to shine all the time. Only thing shining on me right now is my forehead. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing that's shining on me is my goddamn forehead right now. You know, if I took this hat off, you'd really see it shine. And well, hold up. Somebody text me, hold up, before I take these off. Somebody text me, not text me, but inbox me. They said, Chief Rocker, you got a lot of hair on your face. Oh, you ain't got no hair on your head? You always got a hat on. I wear the hats because I like hats, but I don't have to wear them, right? I like them. I ain't got to wear them, you know, because I do got hair. I got a lot of hair. Matter of fact, I got some soft hair too. You know, you want to go play? But anyway, I just like the hats. Like, this is a new Yankee fitting right here. This is a new style right here. You know what I'm saying? Because I had to go to the store and get my original blue Yankee hat, navy blue hat. because I haven't had one of those in a while. I have, let me see the colors I have. I got another dressy gray one with the pinstripes in it. You can barely see the pinstripe, but it's pinstripe. I got the, let me see what other kind I got. I got a couple of them, man. I got a couple of giant hats. I got a couple of Nick hats. I went looking for, see, one thing about the lids down here, they so fucking biased. They got mostly all Atlanta shit in there. They got other team stuff, but they don't have the ones you want. But if you look for anything in Atlanta, you can get any of that monkey looking shit they got. Any team, you can get their shit in the lid. And lid's supposed to be a worldwide based store. So I asked Josh, I said, well, I need 3 more hats. I was looking for a giant hat, but my connection with Ohio State is gone. You know, he's not there no more. I used to get hats and t-shirts from a guy in the equipment room with Ohio State. He's gone. You know what I'm saying? So I was trying to get me a Colorado hat, Ohio State hat, and a blue giant hat. Because I got other colored giant hats, but I needed the blue one. And they ain't got it. They ain't got none of that shit. Man. So now I gotta go online and order shit, which I don't like doing. I damn sure don't like going online ordering. Now I gotta go online and order shit. And I don't know how much that's gonna cost. And then the way shit is today, you gotta, when they say your order's en route, you gotta be looking for that motherfucker every day. But these people stealing this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm surprised these speakers that got sent to me wasn't stolen. You know, a couple other packages that got sent to me wasn't stolen. But I didn't order. People ordered for me. Because I'm not part of Amazon Prime no more because we had the big falling out. And I cussed the whole motherfucking administration out. I told motherfuckers, hold up. You ain't answering my question. Give me another person. Somebody higher than you. You know, it was all about the package, man. So I just said, fuck mine. The only reason you could use Fire Stick is because I got regular Amazon. You ain't got to pay. You know, fuck a Prime. I don't order like that anyway. I like to go to the store and buy my shit. I don't go to malls. I don't like ordering shit online. I try to find these stores, mom and pop stores, or other little clothing stores that's going to have my size. Because a lot of these here stores in the mall, not realistic. These motherfuckers got these European cut motherfucking pants. I'm not fitting in that shit. You know what I'm saying? And Camille. And that's all right. Don't worry about it. I'm not fitting in that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely don't go to the mall, but they discriminate against us built, pleasingly plump built people. That's all right. It stopped me. I'll go tell you, answer that phone. You see, he can come out here when you know it's something to get close to the computer. You know what I'm saying? But when it's something he needs to do, he don't be out here. And turn this fan on over here, man. I'm starting to feel that heat now. I don't know if it's the light or I'm against this wall or what. Yeah. So, like I said, NFL Combine's coming. There already some hesitation about the number 1 pick. Is he really who we saw, or he just good with that system? And you always got to remember, he's a 5-year quarterback. This was his 5th season. So you got to take a lot of that head. But then they said the same thing about Bo Nix. Look what Bo Nix though. Bo Nix was in the league 6 years. Bo Nix was in college 6 fucking seasons. I think he did, honestly, I really do. I think he did 3 in Auburn, right? He did 3 in Auburn, and he did 2.5 with Oregon. You know, I say 2.5 because he went there, and that first year, the first year he went there was a half a season. If I'm lying, Tiffany, you correct. I think a half a season. He was just there enrolled in school. And then when football, start practicing, then he went and started practicing. But yeah, he's been in college 6 years. 6 years. Go Ducks, I hear you. Big Ten, baby. Big Ten, man. Big Ten ain't doing nothing but just get better. You know what I'm saying? Because teams like USC, UCLA, and I like to skip around background. I know what I'm talking about. But she put Go Ducks in the chat room. You come chat room, you can put Go Horns. I'll talk about the Horns. But since they put y'all UCLA and USC ain't gonna stay sorry forever. USC made some strides the last couple of years. So that Big Ten is strengthening them teams. We picked Washington. Washington ain't, they ain't gonna be sorry. You know what I'm saying? UCLA. Who else we got? We got another team too. We got 4 teams from Pac-12. Washington, USC, UCLA. Oh, Oregon. Yeah, Oregon. Those are 4 teams. So them teams come to play. Plus, we had a top 4 that usually do good every year. And then other teams in the conference are starting to build up and do better. So Big Ten is there forever, baby. But I was hearing, and I'm gonna get back to the NFL. I was hearing that what they're trying to do, being that the Big Ten and the SEC teams keep wanting to go to them, because the Big Ten been trying to get Notre Dame for the loss. And that's right there. Notre Dame right there in Big Ten County. I don't know why they don't go. They're right there between Illinois, Indiana, Purdue, all the other motherfucking colleges that's in that goddamn region. There's a lot of big schools. And Notre Dame would just make it even bigger. But they money hungry, man. Y'all been with NBC so long. That little bit of money that you give up by giving the Big Ten a little bit of it, you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna hurt your pocket. Your school, you done rebuild a lot of shit in your school. The stadium got a little face touch on it. It's looking different than the Rudy days. Yeah, who seen Rudy, man? Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all, y'all gonna probably take my black card away from me. I say this. Man, I damn near cried on Rudy, man. I damn near cried on Rudy, man. If Rudy was like me, man, I just want an opportunity. Special team, whatever. Just give me an opportunity. Bust your ass in practice. And then you don't make the fucking traveling team and shit. You can suit up for home games, but they'll put 200 motherfuckers on the sideline. They put 200 motherfuckers on the sideline. So I felt some type of way, man. That's why when I seen that shit, that Rudy picture, it kind of had me like, teared up, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I know his struggle and what he went through, Then he trying to prove shit to his father, mother, They big time Notre Dame supporters and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? When they start chanting, Rudy, Rudy, I was sitting up there, motherfucker, like this. Yeah, man, I'm about to tear it up, man. They put him in the game. Man, I jumped like a motherfucker. Yeah. And that joke is still living, man. He's still living. That's big, man. Wow, that's big, man. That's why, like I told a little girl the other day, the movie director, like I told the other day, I said, the only thing I ever wanted in life was to be on the radio and do a movie. That's all. I'm close to the radio, right? But this right here is like being on the radio, but I'm close. But I'm gonna go down here and talk to this guy down there and say, hey, man, just give me 2 hours. That'll fulfill my fantasy. 2 hours. If you like me, I can do some spots here and there. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't like me, I got my 2 hours of fame. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna guarantee you don't like me. Because all this help you have around in the studio, ain't shit going wrong with me. Only thing I ain't gonna be able to do is cuss. That's the only thing I ain't gonna be able to do is cuss. But I can do shows without cussing. I went on a guy who's real religious. I went on his show. And he said, you know, he don't mind the cussing, but he got people that listen that die-hard religious people. So I did the show with him. Only one cuss came out in 3 hours. One. And it didn't come all the way out. I caught it a little bit. You know, you pull that bitch back in. Come, don't go out there. It was hard, but I did it, man. You know, so don't never say never. Tip Poodle from Portland said, yes, he went there 2, 5, and 3 seasons. His best friend is black. Tex Johnson, the breakout player for Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Yeah. Bo Nick's parents adopted him at 15. Okay, there you go. There you go. Big ups to Tip. I know Tip always. And I know this hoe ain't called me just to, but you know, I got the phone system now where if you leave a voicemail, it'll write out to what you say and shit. Man, the shit she just said, you could have said that shit. I told this hoe that I do shows. I'm sorry, women in the background, women in chat room. I'm sorry for doing. But see, if that's how I feel about you right now, that's what I'm gonna say. You know what I'm saying? But I told this woman that I do shows Monday in the morning. And shit, it ain't even 12 o'clock yet. She called me at 11 o'clock. You know, ask me tell me some stupid shit. I don't want to hear that. I should have put her ass on. And y'all can hear the shit she had to say to me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. But I want to speak on something because it touched me when Jesse Jackson died. This really touched me with this other situation here, right? When he passed last week, I started thinking about a lot of things, right? Because I'm not going to down Jesse. Jesse did a good job. Only thing I'm going to down that crew that was with Dr. King, what only thing I'm going to down for is they didn't follow the dream. They all went different ways. They didn't stay together as one like they was with Dr. King and made this thing get stronger. People say if we weren't for so-and-so, we wouldn't have the ability to do things like, do you think we're going to stay like this forever? I don't give a fuck who spoke. Do you think we're going to stay like this forever? The black man already showed he was strong in inventions and everything out here that we've done in life. You think it was going to stay like this? You know what I'm saying? You'd have more black people lynching and killing than trying to be together with other nationalities. That's the only thing they did. But this shit never was going to stay like this because as generations grew and came on, things would have got a little rougher, tougher, whatever. We probably would have been running this motherfucker if we would stay together like we was together back in them days. You know what I'm saying? But them brothers left and went a different route. They used the brand he had to make their brand and name better. Here you got Andrew Young down here. What Andrew Young doing? I know Andrew up in age, but your voice is still powerful. You can say things here and there. You don't even hear Andrew Young. I think he got paid off. Abernathy died. He died. His son ain't no good. Jose got Feed the Hungry, which his sister, which his daughter, Alama Nali, what's her name? I can't think. I know she's Muslim. She's keeping that running. And she goes to the radio stations to get support to build up her warehouse and the shelter area. Also, whenever she feeds the homeless for Thanksgiving, she feeds them for, I think, an Easter dinner, a brunch or whatever. I think she do a little something Christmas too. But her main baby is Thanksgiving, where she feeds over 100,000 homeless. Over. She get people volunteered. I went down there one time. That's too much for me, bro. I'm saying that's too much for me. I'm saying, at least I was honest about it. But they said, bro, Rick, you coming back next year? Nah, man. I said, boy, you said that quick. I said, yeah, it's too much for me. I can't do it. You know? I saw, what you mean it's too much? It's too much. Just take that. I mean, do I got to sit here and explain to you like you my daddy? Why is it too much? It's just too much. Shit. Yeah. But big up to my girl, Black Diamond, down here. That's a real good friend of mine. We've been knowing each other since the 2002. We've been knowing each other. She got a great son. You know, he went away, found him a girl, and shit. She live in South Carolina. That's where he at. They been there. He got a good job, everything. I think he had a baby too, if I'm not, or had one, if I'm not mistaken. But big up to Black Diamond. She born and raised in ATL and whatnot. But yeah, man. What I wanted to speak on that brought me into that subject was ICE is here. Now, it's hard for people to get apartments and houses sometimes here. You know what I'm saying? Without them overpricing you or people losing their houses and apartments because of the pricing and the economy not getting no better. They don't even have cost of living raises down there. If you get one, you got a job that these people came from, maybe they came from a union or they just want to keep good workers working for them. They don't have cost of living now. You know what I'm saying? I've been out here 28 years. I can count on one hand how many times I had a cost of living raise. You know? So I found this building in Rome, Georgia. That's like 75 going north towards Tennessee. In Rome, Georgia. They found this here big ass building that's gonna house over 100,000 Mexicans that they detain. And they don't give a damn if they got enough bathrooms or whatever. They just know it's gonna be a detainment place for them. So my thing is, why the fuck is they detaining them? For what? You know why they detain them? Because they're not gonna accept them back. So what is the United States gonna do? That's the question ain't being asked. This is something that people ain't even talking about right now. They're not, I don't hear nobody talking about what I'm saying right now. Hey, and I've heard a couple shows here and there. People that would talk about shit like this. They're not talking about it. Ain't nobody, is the word being put in other states that Georgia just letting these motherfuckers, it's supposed to be going through court, but it ain't moving fast enough. These jokers talking about starting, rebuilding the inside now. Right? I mean, this is a big, it used to be probably some type of warehouse building or whatever, but it's big. And if they gonna house that many motherfucking people that they detain, then something wrong. I mean, people here is not stronger than what they say they are. We're not strong at all, you know? That's real. This don't just take us. This take everybody to put their voice and opinion in on. Because these motherfuckers make that a headquarters and detain people. You know how many more people ICE is coming in? You know how many more people they gonna hire to do ICE? Anybody that, if you know how to shoot, you got any type of military background or police background, or if you know how to shoot a motherfucking gun and bully on people, you gonna get the job. That's all that ICE job is. Ain't nothing professional about none of them. You know what I'm saying? These, a lot of them is has been. You know, but we as people supposed to be what we say we are, American. We're not doing nothing about none of this shit. Minnesota finally getting them out of there. And that's the big, you know what? For Minnesota to not be that big and to have a population of more Gentile than African American and other nationalities, they stuck together and pushing these bitches out. Okay, here you have, I don't know about other cities and states, and let you come on here and tell me what your city and state did. But here you is in Georgia. Georgia's down there mostly black. You go to the smallest town here in Georgia, where you think it would be a redneck Ku Klux Klan town. There's more blacks in there than Gentile. But you know what? They don't run shit. They don't even have a voice. They just live in it. I couldn't live nowhere else. I just live. Oh, hell no. You know what I'm saying? That's that to me. And, you know, not to just get on people. That's that slave mentality. So there ain't nowhere in hell I'm living where I'm uncomfortable with. I'm living where I ain't had a voice. I'm living where I'm still saying yes, sir, no, sir. Oh, hell no. I did that in the military because I had to. But I don't do it out the streets. You don't never hear me saying yes, sir, no, sir. If your name Bob, Mr. Bob, or how you doing, Bob, or Mr. Jones, or Jonesy, or something like that, hey, you ain't never hear me saying yes, sir, no, sir. No, 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 no. When I was a kid, yeah, probably so, because that's how I was raised because my mother grew up in the South. But as far as that, yes, sir, no, sir. No, no, no. If you put a Mr. or Mrs. in front of a person's name, yeah, that's not disrespect. But just to say yes, sir, no, sir, that's like you, that's how they had, I don't know what they had you doing. I can't speak on what they had you doing as slaves, you know, unless I ask a relative that had a relative that was a slave. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I know they couldn't say whatever they wanted to say. And that's for sure. They never could do that, you know. But yeah, man, I used about to take over Georgia. That's why all that snow up there, I iced my ass right back to Jersey. Without a hesitation. You know, I'll be roller skating, ice skating, whatever. I won't be down this motherfucker. That's for real. You know, I'm about, you know, to all my people from here in Atlanta and Georgia. I'm not trying to down. I'm trying to say, and a lot of y'all be like, well, see, it's y'all motherfuckers from these different states that come here and, well, hold up. If it weren't for y'all motherfuckers from these different states and places, Georgia wouldn't. Georgia would be probably a slave capital again. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us ain't going for that shit. And a lot of us hold big time positions in Georgia. That's from other states. You know what I'm saying? So you trying to say people from out west, California, and all them states out there, up north, all them states up there, the Midwest, that's what we got down there. And other countries that are here. It's because of us. when people from Georgia say that, it kind of like, it don't piss me off no more. It used to piss me off when I first moved there. But now I just laugh at it. Because what have y'all done to make it up? Dr. King is in his grave rolling because y'all motherfuckers ain't did nothing after he died. I wasn't here after he died. I was 9 years old when he got killed. You know what I'm saying? So what did they do then? You know? Delta run the motherfucker. Delta run this whole goddamn Georgia damn it. Delta. Now, Amazon is trying to take hold. Because they making Amazons everywhere. You know? So, you know, take that shit away from me. That's why these sports teams ain't gonna never be. With that same fucking mentality that you got, they got to. And a lot of them is other places. You know, figure that. And the only college team that you got really doing something is the University of Georgia. And they shit about to go down. But right now, we just had another Fast and Furious shit going on down at the UGA. Another Fast and Furious. A couple of brothers got caught doing over 100 on a football team. All the brothers go down there and play football for the University of Georgia. Some of them have discipline. Some of them just glad to get away from the way they were being raised up. And some of them just ignorant. And you ain't got nobody down there with no type of guidance or tutorage to help these brothers out. That's why when I used to mentor these kids, like, you know, go speak on a group, I used to tell the brothers, if you're a good athlete, don't go to UGA. Don't go. I had Thorny switch. Love you, Thorny. I love you, Thorny, and everything. Tell me, you shouldn't be saying that about my school. But your school should get better with how they handle minorities. And we got the Jungle Brother from the Boogie Down Bronx up in the house. He's originally from the Boogie Down Bronx, but he's staying down in Charlotte right now, North Carolina. Zulu Cast is his label. And check Jungle Brother out whenever he comes on from time to time. What's up, Jungle? Thank you for coming in, my brother. Yeah, man. UGA to get the goal. If you can help me get the goal, then you good with me. But if you can't do that, and you out here doing things, and see, that's the only college town that I know of that don't protect their players, because the police department works with the school. They got the coach on speed dial, the athletic director, or even the president. Hey, I got a couple of guys. What you want me to do? Well, what's the charge? Blah, blah, blah. We'll be right down. They'll hold them on the side of the road till somebody come get it. Down there, you know goddamn well, spitting out the back, you know goddamn well, you know where you going, ninja. I just been waiting for you all day. Now I got you. Try to get out of this shit, ninja. You know what I'm saying? Spit the back. I was probably on spit on you. You know? Yeah, man. It's crazy, boy. Man, it's rough, man. Yeah, I wanted to speak on this right here, man, because it kind of touched me when people doubted this man. And all this man did was came from being homeless to a billionaire person. But for people to kill his name, that's fucked up. That's really fucked up. For people to kill his name, man. And the person I'm talking about is the one and only Tyler Perry, right? It seems like every time Tyler makes something or Tyler play Medea, there's always something negative about, oh, I don't fuck with Tyler Perry. I don't do that. I don't do that. Blah, 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 blah. You know, first and foremost, like a brother in the chat room of a show I was watching, he always said, and then to the great loose neck side, you that they listening. Medea is a person. Tyler Perry is the character. You know what I'm saying? Medea was Tyler Perry's grandmother. He's playing the role of his grandmother. Okay, nobody said nothing about my homeboy from Jersey City, Flip Wilson, when he was one of the first ones to come out, start wearing dresses, when he played Geraldine. Nobody downed him or put him in the grave, right? Who else? It's quite, I can't sit here and name everybody that wore dresses before. But I think he does a good job at what he does as far as playing the characters he played and any Medea pictures, any pictures he brings. Y'all, well, hold up. You talk about the Medea shit. Why don't you talk about the good picture he made like Alex Cross when he's a lead agent? I think he was an agent. I don't think he was a detective. He was a lead agent when he saw cases back then. A couple other pictures he played in. The picture he played in where he was his family had a company and he was named the head of the company, and him and his brother was going fighting over situations here and there. Nobody talked about how good that picture was. There were several pictures he made, several pictures that he was in, everything he developed. Nobody talked about that. Nobody talked about that at all. You know? So my thing is, this picture, Joe go to college, whatever, Joe go to college, I don't even know the name of it, but I've seen it twice, and it looked good, and it was good to me. Somebody said it was stereotype. I look at it like this: the same brother that said it was stereotype, you probably is in it every day. You probably a part of it. And who says you the book of Israel? You know what I'm saying? Who said you the book of Israel? You know, if they got a book. Right? I thought it was funny. I thought he touched on all the things that his grandson father didn't teach him. And also, his father didn't teach him about the birds and the bees. Like my man said. He said, nah, I ain't gonna say that. Oh, Joe said something about the birds and the bees, right? But yeah, his father didn't teach him about going out there getting with a woman at the sex. So all this was put in there by one older man who was 79 years old, that was his grandfather, showed him the ins and outs and all that. It showed him how you hanging with those Gentile brothers and down in your schools like Morehouse and your black culture, when he let him drive the car by himself and he went to sleep and he had to go to the bathroom, that shows you how bougie this young man was. Because anybody on an open road like they was on would have pulled over and stood in front of the car and took a piss. He got to go to the bathroom. I don't know if he had to take a piss or shit. I thought it was a piss. But I remember the scene when he said, wait a minute before you go up in there. But it's kind of bad up in there. I think that's what he said. So either way, whatever you had to do, I'm not pulling to no town in Mississippi that time of night and go use their bathroom. Then you pulls up, you see nothing but a bunch of motorcycles, a bunch of Gentiles standing out there looking at you like you crazy. Then you go in the place, the actors you go to. So all this shit was learning points for that kid. But people seeing it as being fucked up. You get all the negative criticism of it. You know what I'm saying? Well, all I got to say, man, Tyler Perry, keep doing what you're doing. If you're doing other things out here that's making the news, or you ain't doing something, that ain't none of my fucking business. But as long as you entertain me and I'm not heard about, I'm good with it. I continue to support it. You know what I'm saying? The people that I don't support, I bet you any amount of money, we don't know what's going on in your house. You watched it, because how would you know about some of the shit? Point blank. Let me see. Tip said, the house that prays with Alfred Woodard and Catherine Bates and Shayna Chanel Lathan. That's a new one, The House That Prayed. That's a new movie. Tip must be putting a movie out there. I'm gonna have to check that out, Tip. She said, I like the message in the movie. I love the message in the movie. You know, until the girls start saying what was on them pictures, right? I didn't know why Joe kept taking the pictures. Well, I guess you just told him, you don't need your goddamn iPhone or your Android phone. You can use Polaroid. We've been using this shit for the longest. I just thought that was the message. But yeah, that was a good message in the movie, especially taking them pictures. Just spent Saturday night in Tacoma, Washington, hanging with all different black motorcycle clubs. I love the culture and loyalty of that group. Yeah, they got a lot of them down here too, PNP. Next time you come down, matter of fact, I know a couple of brothers that either president or big in the club and whatnot. So whenever you come back down, I'll make it my business to make sure y'all get to one. But they do have good times at the motorcycle club. But old boy went to the wrong one. Tiffany said that's the movie you were describing by Tyler Perry. Oh, okay, I got you now. I got you. Thank you for letting me know that. Truckee said it's a family that prays, a great movie. Chuck D want to know that Tip. Talk to him, Tip. I got a message. Oh, okay. Okay. Somebody just hit me up and said, Chief Rock, don't waste your time on them ignorant motherfuckers, because people that normally diss another famous person, and especially after this person, I'm putting this part in my head. He said, you know, that this person like that usually don't have a good home of their own. But I'm putting it to you like this. This man right here, to be successful, he slept in his car for about a year, homeless, until he got his first play opportunity. Slept in his car. Do anybody here know how I feel? I almost did that shit. Almost was about to sleep in my truck. You know what I'm saying? Almost got to that point. So the feeling ain't that great to know that you got to be in there. Winter, spring, summer, and fall. You know? And for him to be to the point he at now, that was a man, and ain't nobody give shit to him. That was a man determined to change acting, plays, and movies around. That's what his job was, and he did it. He did it. He followed the dream that King left. Be who you are, do what you can to make things better in life for everybody. And he giving people opportunity, you know. Some of them may go right, some of them, you know, but that's certain people who going through that. I gotta see that because Archie said Sanaa Lathan was evil in that movie. Okay. Oh yeah. Well, you gotta ask Tiffany more about that movie. Truck D. I haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna go watch it though. She said Steve Harvey is another one who was homeless for a while, lived in his car. See what I'm saying? And these are brothers that people have problems with. Only problem I had with Steve Harvey was, bruh, we gotta take your man card. That's all I'm gonna do. But when you bring out a book, the 90 day step, oh hell no. You just been fucked up brothers, man. There's brothers out here beating women that's going through that. And I tell the woman quick, we ain't gotta do things in a hurry, but I ain't waiting no 90 days. I'll tell you that for a fact. I ain't waiting no 90 days. We got my main man out of Jersey, the one and only. We got my man Bruce Jones up in there. What's going on, Bruce? Thank you for coming on. Oh, Truck said he's seen the movie. So what you trying to tell me? My family had prayed. Whatever the motherfucking name is, Truck. I told you, man. You ain't got to keep telling me about what the name of the motherfucker is, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to say the fucking name I want to say. She said Tyler also went through some rough childhood trauma. Oh, yeah, trauma, too. When he was in Louisiana. That's one of the reasons he left Louisiana to come to Atlanta. He didn't give a fuck if he had any relative, a place to stay or nothing. He just was getting out of Louisiana. That was a good one right there, RC, because I did read on that before. He's been through a lot, man. Most successful brothers out here, not all of them, but most of them, been through a lot in life. You know what I'm saying? Especially some athletes. You didn't have too many athletes that had silver spoon that went through a lot, but those are the ones that don't want to work hard, don't want to train hard, because they already got money. You know what I'm saying? They're the ones that play just for the recognition. You know, but as far as the money, they already had the money. I seen a couple of those in college and whatnot. What Truck D said. Somebody else might want to watch it, but they can't because you keep. I don't give a damn. You and Jungle take that, put your shit, and go somewhere. If they, these people can see the chat, right? They can see the chat. Whoever listens to the show, they can see the chat. You know what I'm saying? So the chat is there. You know what I'm saying? or you bring your black ass on here. And I hate using that word, and I told you that. And you come in here and tell the people, you got access to get up in here. So don't fuck with me this morning. I'm feeling good. Jungle Brother said Chanel Lathan got her look from her mama. Who they fine, sexy silver fox. I don't know if I ever seen her mama. I bet you she is, because shit. Only thing she lacking, Jungle. Only thing she lacking, and I hate to bring that up, because I'm a TNA man. She lacking some ass, bro. You know what I'm saying? She lacking a little bit of ass back there, but it's all good. She fine money. She got some breasts, so that's good right there. But yeah, she lacking a little ass back there. Bruce said Grant Hill had a privileged background. Yeah, man. I don't even know why you mentioned his name, Bruce. Man, me and Grant ain't on good terms, bro. But you can mention his name, but don't hold a conversation about Grant, please. But me and Grant Hill was on a whole different page. I don't know if you heard the story or not, Bruce. But when I used to work for medical service in Jersey, the owner of my company, Jewish guy, him and his brother, they had damn near courtside seat right there by the next bench, right? And I used to go to the games, I take a couple of homies, but shit, these jokers had 6 tickets. So we used to sit up, man. Shoot, I go there with 5 other homies, or even sometimes some females, you know what I'm saying? But whenever I got the tickets, but he'd like to spread them out with the co-workers, people who work for him. So they was playing. I forgot who they was playing. Whoever they was playing, they was getting beat. They were getting blown out, right? So as I walk up to the top to go to, get something to drink and go to the bathroom, me and my crew, going to get some beds, go to use the restroom. Detroit Pistons is back there scouting the team on the top row. The 2 top rows we couldn't go through the downstairs, to go get shit. Y'all for celebrities and everybody. So, people that own the ticket. So we had to walk up the stairs and go to the opening and go. So we passed the Detroit Pistons team. That's when Doug Collins was their coach. Grant Hill was on the team. I forgot some of the other players that was on the team. But I've seen Grant in particular because I kind of liked the Grant when he played with Duke, right? So, and plus he's Calvin Hill's son. And I love some Calvin Hill, even though I ain't like the Calvin. I like the Calvin Hill. Because Calvin Hill came out of Princeton, I think. Princeton, one of them Ivy Hill schools, I think it was Princeton. So anyway, I said, and my son right here that's living with me, Camille, he was a little seed. He used to go to games with us too. Camille used to hang with me when I told you, when he got out of Pampers, Camille went with me everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I was one of them fathers that I always had my boy with me. That's why I wish my oldest would have just not did the summer thing and came and live with me permanently. But he probably would have been, more better than he is now. But so I said, "Hey Grant, what's up, Grant?" He said, "Hey, what's going on, man?" Act like he was busy trying to scout the game, and it was a timeout. So I said, "Grant, why don't you get my son? Because I'm not an autograph seeker." I said, "Why don't you get my son an autograph, man? He like you, right?" "Oh yeah, I got you, homie. Next time, I got you, right?" I said, "All right." I said, "I'm gonna hold you to that." So we went and did what we had to do. Came back down. I peeked over there as I was walking down to see what the motherfucker talking about us, right? But I was feeling it then. I had a lot of conversation with the Detroit team. So, because I was a Knicks fan, I just used to go to the Knicks game, but shit, the arena wasn't that far from me. So we went back down. The Nets was just getting their ass stomped. So I was like, "Yo, man, let's get out of here, man. There's better things we can do, out in the city, right? Let's get out of here." So we leaving. So I said, "Grant, you got that autograph?" No, man, no. He's trying to get me to brush off. So I said, oh, it's like that. I said, you know what, man? I love the hell out of your father when he played ball, man. I bet your father would never do no shit like that. I kept walking. And his players were like, ooh. And my boy's like, man, why you do that to that man like that? I said, no, fuck that, man. It's a kid, man. If he don't love the kids, who the fuck he love? You know? Me and Grant never been right. I went to a family reunion in Detroit, out of all places. My aunt lived on 6 Mile in Southfield. So people say, oh, kids don't know nothing about Detroit. 6 Mile Southfield. We stayed at the Westin. The Westin is one of the biggest hotels that a lot of celebrities stay at when they come to town, especially when y'all had that music fair in the park. That's what Grant Hill came with his wife, Chenier. And they was, I think, putting shit in the car and all that. We had a tour bus that was giving me tours, but we had a family unit. Tour us around Detroit, all, you know, big time places and whatnot, right? So people was like, oh, that was cool. We were just upstairs in the lobby fucking with Drew Hill. They was there. We seen everybody but Cisco, little bitch ass. I don't know where he was at. That's right, Cisco. You on YouTube, I call you little bitch ass. But you went with your boys that day. And we had a good time with them. My little cousins and everything, taking pictures with them. They, you know, talking, conversating. They said, if we have where we have a cookout out there, come over there and get some food and stuff like that. You know, it was cool. Kids downstairs. Somebody said, oh, that was Grant Hill. I said, man, fuck Grant Hill. Kept walking. And his wife looked like with her eyes open like this. And he turned around and looked. And they was like, my people was like, no, don't worry about what he said. He like that. He was grumpy. I said, I ain't grumpy. Fuck Grant Hill. Yeah, man. Grant Hill, I got a bad taste with Grant Hill, man. Because for you to be the person you was coming out of college into the NBA, being successful, you know, and stuff like that, you know, great ass player. Ain't nowhere else you do that to the kids. Ain't nowhere else you do that to the kids, man. I see athletes and celebrities now. They did not want to sign a bunch of autographs, but they make sure they get that kid that's holding something. They don't give it to the grown-ups, like they hit them kids and keep going. You know what I'm saying? Our kids is the future of society. That's like why we got so many generation gaps in between kids loving and learning. You know what I'm saying? A lot of that love and learning went in a couple of gaps between me being born in 60 up until now, 2026. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of gaps. And I think it comes from the way how not just kids growing up in single parent homes, it's how they get stereotyped of who they are. And they take that to heart. Or either how Grant Hill just ditched my son back then. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to think how old he was so I can know what year this was. Let me see. He had to be about, I think he was around 5. He was in school. He had to be about 5 years old. So that'll take us back to, let me see, 87, around 92. Around 92, I think that. Yeah. But fuck Grant Hill, man. I ain't got no love for Grant Hill, man. No love for that goddamn Grant Hill, man. Hey, it's entertainment time on the show. I'll be getting out of here about 12:30. But on this NXT, I gotta make my own sound effects and everything. But ain't nobody looking out for Chief Rocka. I should have something that said, somebody singing something or somebody saying, yes, we are now in the entertainment portion time with Chief Rocka, the #1 Jerseyvern up in the house, whatever. I ain't got none of that. I ain't got a little poster saying it's entertainment time. You're into the valley of the rock. You know, I ain't got that. Not a damn thing. But you know what? It's all good. I got my people right here back on my wall, and we're going to do this thing. All right? Entertainment, man. I'm hearing a lot of this, not just on shows, people talking about it out in the street, wherever you go. Is T.I. trying to sell some records since he couldn't be back in the studio? Or what? Because T.I. know goddamn well he can't beat no 50 Cent and no fighting. And that's what it's going to lead to. And then his son, what's up with these light-skinned motherfuckers out here? Then his son going to come out, Kane, who he ain't nothing but 89 pounds soaking wet, right? Don't talk about 50 mother who's passed. See, I thought it was a limitation and you talking shit. You know what I'm saying? T.I. gonna have to pull that boy to the side and let him know, man, you talk about that man mother who's passed, man, dead. Can't do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how much beef man him got, you can't do that. But that's sad, man. I bet you, I don't know how 50 feel, but I feel some type of way. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know my mom. When my mama was living, goddamn it, you wasn't even thought about as being a part of the nut. You wouldn't even been thought about. You know what I'm saying? So how could you sit there and say something foul about my mom? You know? He better hope, and I don't want this to happen, man, because we got enough problems in our own being African American in this society. But I hope ain't nobody gonna catch him one night and rough him up over what he said, man. I just hope that don't happen, man. Because, you know, he's young, dumb, full of cum, and he ain't being tutored right now. You know, there should be apology from him, even though 50 clowned his mom. But his mama lived. You know what I'm saying? His mama lived. You know, you can't say a mama joke to somebody, but period. Nobody should. I mean, if we boys and everything, and we sit around, you know, we usually do the dozen, you know, talking shit. Betty Jean, yeah, what? Yeah, I seen Betty Jean in them stocking socks on the other day. Where she was going? Play some hockey? You know, shit like that. We used to bullshit around like that. But for him to say what he said about 50 mamas and she passed, and what 50 said about Tiny ain't nothing new. I'm quite sure Kane heard this shit from other people. There's even pictures being put up like her looking like Miss Piggy. So are you going after them guys too? You're doing this because you're trying to impress your dad, but your daddy had called himself having so-called beef with 50 Cent, but it ain't no beef. He tried to get 50 to do a versus with him. But 50 like, man, I don't play in your game. I got other games I'm playing. I'm playing the movie game. I'm trying to get my movies and shows out and on. You know what I'm saying? And I can't do that playing with you, you know? So we don't, I just hope this shit don't go to another level. I just hope it stays what they're doing now, besides what King did, the son did. I just hope it just stay the level where he called him out and 50 Cent shit back. Just stay like that. Don't go no further. But we don't need that right now, man. We got these motherfuckers in here, ICE taking up all the people they want to take up. You know what I'm saying? They even fucking with a couple of Negroes out there from time to time, you know? So we don't need this with all this shit going on in everybody's time, you know? What we need is more unity. Y'all need to listen to Queen Latifah's song a little more. You know what I'm saying? You and I.T.Y. You need to listen to that motherfucker some more. But if you listen to that, maybe you'll get a little hard and say, well, I need to have some unity with some people I haven't been having. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. We'll see, man. I just hope that bigger heads prevail in the right way and this shit don't get ugly. You know? And I thought that Burgess shit was gone and dead. It was dead and gone. Because I ain't seen nobody doing them too much like they were doing them back then. They was popping out left and right. Bam, 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 bam. But now you hardly hear it. But T.I., I'm trying to figure. I think somebody offered you a versus one time and you ain't get back to them. Or all of a sudden you want 50. And then you know what? Somebody had the nerve to say that T.I. was going to fight Floyd Mayweather over time. T.I. would have attempted to fight. You know, Floyd went to jail for beating that man up. because his hands is registered. Anytime, you know, any type of art, boxing, all the different Asian arts, you know what I'm saying? Any type of art you know, wrestling, you're not supposed to use that on somebody that doesn't do that. You know? So that shit about somebody saying that he was going to step to Mayweather for his wife, man, shit, Mayweather would beat him in tomorrow. He would beat him into tomorrow, man. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. I don't give a fuck. Have that shit. See, a lot of people take what these rappers say and their lyrics, right, to heart. Like they really did that shit or doing it. Nah, they don't do that. They ain't tough. The toughest rapper, the one I think that I thought was the toughest rapper, right, that was out here, was Tupac. And Tupac had a very sensitive heart at times. You know what I'm saying? You can say the game, but who had the game ever beat him? The game got more up than he ever beat. I don't know nobody beat up. Maybe he did beat people up in California. But you ain't hear about it. Ain't nobody talking about, oh, the game, I don't fuck with the game. Game bust your ass up. I don't hear that. I don't hear it. So you can act tough or look tough, but that don't mean you're tough. You know what I'm saying? I never had that. Like I told you, man, I played ball. I was loving, man. I ain't had time to fight shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I definitely had that. Maybe that's why I ain't got too many marks on my face. If I got any at all, I ain't got too many. Because I ain't had time for that, man. If a motherfucker stepped to me, you know, like I said, I was a little kid. I took up boxing from the age of 5 to 7. So I knew how to use my hand. So a motherfucker stepped to me, it wasn't that much stepping because I'm going to get the first couple of punches off and then that motherfucker doing this. You know, wiping the blood off his lip or his nose bleed, you know. But I wasn't wasting time. I ain't had time to sit around and be doing no fighting. You throw your hands up at me, Jimmy Dupree, that was my boxing instructor, used to be a professional boxer. He told me, if a motherfucker throw their hands up at you and you know they ain't got what you got, you hit him with that quick combination and the fight is over. He ain't never lied about that. He ain't never lied. You hit a motherfucker with a quick combination, they got to gather themselves and get together before they think about coming back fighting. By that time, I done walked them. I'm gone. I'm down here all the time. You done gathered yourself. That's real, man. Oh yeah, okay. Thank you, RC. I knew that one thing about Chief Rocky. I may forget some things I'm about to say, but things that I remember that occurred in the past, I still remember. It was Buster who challenged T.I. a couple of years ago, and T.I. didn't take the challenge. So what? He wanted to step with a motherfucker that can break you in half to a person that's very talented and has some music in the archive. You rather fuck with the other motherfucker that's gonna bust you up than the motherfucker that can match your I forgot what they call it, library or whatever. You know? But no, he ain't want to fuck with him. You know, he don't want to fuck with Buster. He rather go with I think what it is, like I said earlier when I started this conversation, he's trying to sell some records pretty soon. Because he's been in the studio. Ever since he cut his hair, he got tough. He was saying a lot of shit when he had them dreads in his head. Now he cut his hair. He think he back to the old T.I. that did a little jail time for slanging drugs. You slang drugs, you ain't kill motherfuckers, right? You know what I'm saying? A lot of them that go to jail for drugs think that they got that rep as being the toughest motherfucker out here. Nah, man. That makes you the stupidest motherfucker because you got caught. Whenever you get caught, you're a stupid motherfucker. Because this way is not to get caught. Either you're stupid or you're greedy. And both of those lie in the same category. For the majority drug dealers that get out, they're stupid or they're greedy, or they got the wrong motherfuckers in their circle. Because you can get a fiend to tell on you. Nobody should never know you the head man selling anything. They're supposed to go through at least 40 people before they even get to you, know who you is. So if motherfuckers get to you that means you're stupid. That's real. And the mob boss said that one time. If a motherfucker get to me, we got a lot of links in there. We better get the plumber. He said, we got a lot of links in here. We got a lot of links. Get the plumber. Too many links in there. Get the plumber. So when he say that, you know what that means. Start taking out motherfuckers that you feel is out there cheesing on. Like I said one time before, a young brother from Elizabeth. That's right next to Newark. You know what I'm saying? That's Union County. Newark is Essex County. You know, it's like one side of the street, Newark, the other side of Elizabeth. I think his name was Bilal something. I can't think of his name. Young boy. He had a motherfucking group. He had shit. He had like a football team. You know, 53 on the football team, 100 on the college football team. He had like a college, a pro football team of people that work with him. That means you got to get through all of them before you know who he is, the main man. They said this brother, when I say they, these are people that was runners or dealers themselves. They said that this brother had a big time meet. And he held this motherfucker in a junkyard that he owned. That's to show you that he ain't no boozy drug dealer, and he want to be where this shit to hurt motherfuckers. They tried to come in there and raid your place. You know what I'm saying? He had a head of somebody with a big block. You know that cheese that got the black around it that you can cut from, like if you go to a butcher store or something like that. They got that big cheese with the black around it. He had a piece of that cheese, a chunk of it in his dude mouth, holding his head up like that, saying this is for people that rap, people that's in this organization that's cheesing on people. We're going to sort you out before the night's over with. So this is just an example of what's going to happen to you. Man, I bet you was motherfuckers pissing on themselves at that meeting. Because I damn sure was pissed. Thinking, I know I ain't tell on nobody, but do they got anybody saying I did? You know, that's how motherfuckers find that meeting looking around at each other. You know? Yeah, man. If you get in shit like that, man, you gotta keep your mouth closed, man. You know what I'm saying? Knox said, ground holder. T.I. feels like because he sold more records than 50, he can beat him. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Fuck T.I., man. That's the type of cheese. That's the name of the cheese, or that's the type of cheese that motherfucker had put in his mouth. Knox also said this T.I. last studio album, so he has to put a hype behind it. Yeah, just hope not. Just hope he don't put the wrong hype. And this motherfucker going to his premiere with the motherfucker arm up like that, and one of them casts that got your arm up like that, a bandage around his head and shit, goddamn eyes all black and blue. Don't go like that, goddamn, just to put an album out. Oh man. She said, agree not, but when you bring wife and moms into it, I believe that versus stuff is over. Yeah. I just said it. That shit over with right there. Ain't no verses now. It's either we gonna sit down at the table and some apologies going around, but ain't no verses going on. You know what I'm saying? You can verse your ass on somewhere else, you know. And shit. I think one of the main reasons T.I. also traction, yeah. He ain't one of them motherfucking tractions, PNP. The one reason I think T.I. is really salty because behind that gun thing, how he got away from that gun charge, and he think 50 the only one saying that he ratted on people. 50 ain't the only one saying that. There's a lot of young people in Georgia saying that. Oh man, that brother, he ratted. That motherfucker in the barbershop was saying he ratted on the people to get off them charges and shit like that. So T.I. just don't make it that it's a 50 Cent thing that he's saying. 50 Cent probably one of the biggest names that said it. But Don't make it seem like he don't even want. Everybody think you was a little snitch. You know what I'm saying? I guess now you try to get your grown man toughness back on. Come on, bro. We don't need it that way. But I'm telling you like this. Shit, I seen 50 working out. They got it's about him and 5 other motherfuckers that participate in those shows, the bodybuilder shows. He work out with them motherfuckers. So if he working out with them type motherfuckers, and you ain't even picking up a motherfucking dime on the ground, you know what I'm saying? What makes you think you're gonna step to that, brother? Man, oh man, boy, how life has changed. That's real, because some of the words that they're saying now, oh man, shit, it ain't gonna be no going through the media with it. It's gonna be, yo, motherfucker, listen to me here. You guys take care of this situation. You know, like I said one time before, Bruce still in the chat room. Which one of them Peyton brothers beat the cop ass in the over there at the train track? Like we was over by Drake's Cake Company, and they had the trains that run through there, I guess, bringing supplies or taking out supplies or whatever they need to make the cakes and all that. There was some train tracks over there. Phone company was over here. I think that was Bell Atlantic over there. Train track. The cake company was over there. That's how much room. And it was real open. Motherfucking cop was talking big time shit. So my man said, you take that badge and that gun off, I'll whoop your ass right here on these tracks. I don't know why old boy thought he was macho. I kind of felt no sorry for him, even though he's out there harassing us and badgering us, right? My man whooped the shit out of him. And his brothers just told me, get out of here, man. Go. After he beat the cop ass, and his other cop was trying to console him, because there was 2 of them. It's funny, man. I don't mean to laugh, but that shit, just picturing that shit happening. I was a kid myself. That shit was funny as hell, right? He got on out of there, and the cop got up. I was gonna arrest all y'all motherfucking partners. Said, no, you need to go. You can go wash up and whatnot and take care of the situation after we do that. He was so mad. He was so embarrassed. He was about to arrest. Well, you know, take us in, but it wasn't really about to arrest us. But we was all under him. You know, stupid motherfucker. Tiffany said 50 did rap on Murder Inc. It's on the court document. When IRB Gotti showed the world, no one cared though. See, that's what I'm saying. Okay. That's the game they play, Tiff. Everybody say, well, you rap, and they did. But nobody's taking it as hard as T.I. Because up to the day, T.I. had something with, what's that southern rapper down here he don't like? What's the one he don't like, Camille? He had problems with. Who? No, man, no. He's not from here, but he be here a lot. I think he's from Houston. Lil Flip is another motherfucker too. That been calling him out too. See, there's other people call him out, but he's scared of those people. He know 50 don't want to damage his reputation about whooping his ass. That's why he go after 50. But these other motherfuckers that call him out and saying shit about him, it ain't shit happening with them. You don't hear about they beef or nothing like that. That's all I'm saying. You can't pick and choose who the fuck you want to go after when there's other motherfuckers doing the same shit. That's my whole thing. Scrappy? No, not Scrappy. Not Scrappy, Tip. It'll come to me probably after the show. It'll come to me probably after the show. But hey man, time flies when you have fun, man. Definitely that. Time flies when you have fun. Tonight we got Miss Poetic Sins on tonight in the Poetic Lounge doing her thing tonight. Maybe that'll help our 2 brothers up there or everybody who snowed in. Help you out. Drink a little something and listen to Poetic play that nice snowbound music for you. You know, she'll be on tonight. Like I said, tomorrow night it'll be me and the crown holder on Jersey Connect show. And tomorrow night we'll give the rest of the schedule for the rest of the week. Chief and Chad, what's your opinion on Mayweather coming back and do you really think he is broke? So that's why he is coming back. Now Mayweather's not broke. I can put it to you like that, unless he's a big time gambler. But Mayweather don't get high, he don't drink, he don't do none of that. If them hoes got his money, then yeah, he may be broke. But Mayweather coming back, I see him coming back, you know, doing some expeditions or something like that, or fighting lower-class boxers. But to come back and say, after a couple of fights here and there, they should put a Bud Crawford fight up for him. No, he don't want that. No, he don't want that. I'm quite sure Bud Crawford said, I don't give a fuck if we friends or we know each other. When it comes down to making that money, stepping in the ring, showing who's better than who, I don't take a back seat for nobody. You know what I'm saying? So if he's doing it to get a couple of fights under his belt so they can make, if him and Bud Crawford fought, they both would make $200 million each. That'll be like a $500 million fight. But them Arabs will pick that shit up quick. Both of them make about $200 million apiece, I believe. You know, that would be one hell of a fine motherfucking fight. But yeah, he coming back. But see, this is what I hate, man. Why everybody got to pick on Mike? Roy Jones want to fight Mike. Jake Paul for Mike. Now Mayweather want to fight Mike. Well, Mike is the stepping stone and you get some more money or what? Y'all know Mike ain't rich. Mike is cannabis up. And when the fight comes, y'all gonna tranquilize him up. You know what I'm saying? So Mike gonna be in there laughing and he tired as a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Mike is up in age, man. Y'all talking about Mike. What Mike? Mike 59 now? 58? Shit, come on, y'all. Stop, man. God damn, Mayweather. Get one of these here contenders that is not in the top 10 in their weight class. Get a couple of them and fight them first so we'll see where you at. And then if you want to go after Bud Crawford or whoever else, Shador Stevenson or whoever, I was going to say Tank, but Tank's about going to jail right now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, then do it, you know, but why you want to fuck with Mike, man? Man. Everybody else, Michael Jordan, everybody want to be like Mike. But now, Mike Tyson, everybody want to fight. Fight Mike, bite Mike, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That shit crazy, man. Good, hey, good point, though. Not good pickup about what we think about it. I think Mayweather's a motherfucking fool. Mayweather got money, man. Mayweather he wanted to be known as one of the guys that had one of the biggest purse. That's what he's going after. He's going after the biggest purse. But I know he don't think he can win. I know goddamn well he don't think he can win. She said, Buster is retired too. Say he's not coming back for any reason. Floyd versus Tyson is an expedition. A scripted pillow fight. A scripted pillow fight, not a real fight. But see, that's what. But see, you want to see it to support, but you don't want it to see it. If you're a true boxing fan, you don't want to see it for that shit right there. You know what I'm saying? But you would get it just for the support. Well, see, I don't worry about buying the shit. I can see it anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I'll just probably have it on one of my TV, probably watching the NBA playoffs on the other TV. You know what I'm saying? Or Major League Baseball or whatever other sport fits on. You know, that's what I'm gonna do. Matt Knox said T.I. definitely cut a deal. He got 2 years for buying dirty guns from undercover agents. Yeah, everybody know that. Shit, everybody know that. But he think that it shouldn't have got there like that, or he think people assuming. No, T.I., you was red-handed cut, red-handed court. She said the only fight I see for Floyd is a Pacquiao rematch. Now that's good. Two old timers going at each other. I watched that one, but not Mike. Come on, not Mike. And they said, which they've been talking about for a while. He's not gonna fight Bud or anyone who has a chance to beat him. Nah, he don't want that legacy to be tarnished, But hey man, I put it to you like this: if y'all need to build boxing up some more, get the real fighters. The real fighters out in the street. Get the real fighters out in the street. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about the motherfuckers with the gun. I'm talking about motherfuckers that still use their hand. You got some real fighters out in the street. Get them in there. Get them a training site. Buy them their gear and everything. And let them go out there and fight, working their way up to get a belt. That's what the real fighters at. You got all these cartoon fighters coming out now. Like that guy Garcia, man, I really don't like him. RC, I know you probably like him. A couple other people probably like him. I don't like that Garcia cat, man. I wish I had the guy with, and the way they was trying to make it seem like he was way ahead. Yeah, y'all made him way ahead. Y'all want him to fight either Stevenson or somebody else that's good in them weight classes that he's in. That's all that is. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? It's so many rackets out here today in the world and society to the point you don't know who ahead of who. And that's real. That's real talk. You don't know who ahead of who in the racket there, But before I get out of here, man, I want, if you was sleeping under a rock or something like that, and you don't be around that much or you don't be listening to what's going on, right? I want to introduce y'all to something. A lot of y'all probably already know about it, but I want to introduce to my background people that didn't hear this, or some of the chat people, man. Check this out.
Hey. Okay. Yeah. Hey, I'm built for this, I get it rockin' like the Chief do. Two-step king, Mukadeen and truck D2. Pull up clean, pull up white thing, looking see-through. Bust a bus banging on the speaker, it get lethal. Hey, don't be broad, but we can really get specific. Tell me what you really know about DJ Purplish. Poetic Sense, Tony Sanchez, they bringin' heat. They in the zone every time like the ENT. Game on Smash, got the padlock to it. It's for the strong, not the weak, even Madlock knew it. And if they think somebody better, they been sipping on fluid. And ain't no party like a party with the madhouse moving. Okay, we built for this, built for this, built for this. We too built for this, built for this, for the strong, not the weak. Built for this, let's go.
We are built for this network, for the strong, not the weak.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Built for this. Website. Black owned, black design. It's Poetic Sin, DJ Mukadeen, and my boy Brian Madison, if his last name Madison. They put that touch on that website as far as us bringing it to you entertainment-wise. And all you got to do is go ahead and go www.builtforthisradio.com, thisradionetwork.com, and pull up the website to see what we have in there. You know what I'm saying? Like they always said, merch will be there. You know what I'm saying? Somebody want to donate some money so I can. Now let me stop. Because I don't ask people for nothing, man. Because every time you say something about money or you mention money, man, people always want to know what happened to your money. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I ain't got nothing. That's what happened. Shit. Oh, shit. But all in all, man, we just trying to do our thing and keep things going on, man. What's almost 7 years in, and from ground, we always had this same Built for This network symbol, and it's always going to be here. It's just that other things within us grew, and it's going to continue growing. I wish we can get some more females on here. I want to see some females do some sports. Get some more female talk shows on here. That's all I want to see. That's my goal for this year right here. is to see if I can get me a female or two that want to do sports. Chop it up to female. You know what I'm saying? I bet you they will come on here and battle us and show us, you know, that they know what they're doing, that they can do. I never down a female doing sport. I just think there's one female that's doing sport with another brother that we know is not really getting the true opportunity and chance of showing her knowledge because she always getting cut off. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's life, man. But all in all, man, now I want to tell this story before I go, before I put my theme song on. I want to tell this story, man. Saturday. I'm gonna get to that chat too, yeah. I'm gonna get to the chat too. Matter of fact, let me read that before I tell what happened. Okay. Jungle Brother said, if I was Floyd manager, I'll find a popular cupcake like a Ricky Hatton type and make good pay per view. I'll stay away from those young homies. Yeah, them Trouble Lane type guys. Yeah. I said go to the bottom of the top 10 and find you a couple of them jokers and fight them, and then you'll see where you're standing at. She said Ryan Garcia is a good talker. He got a good left hook, but he's not a great fighter. We saw what Tank did to him. That's what I'm saying. He's still out here running his mouth, Archie. I just don't understand that, man. You know. I don't know what I don't know. I'll put it up there, everybody see. I don't know what you mean by that, P&B. That's my girl, boy. P&P. Also said Garcia wants to fight Shakur next. He gets smoked worse than Lopez did if he fights Stevenson. Yeah. And see, what I don't like is they paid Stevenson a lot of money to be at the fight, being an analyst. But they do that for a reason. But they know the fighter that's fighting the main event is a fighter that's on the list of fighting him sooner or later. So they want to see the shit talking going. But Shakur is a nice, what's Shakur? Just turned 21? He's a level-headed, nice individual. He don't have that thugness out the streets of Newark. You know what I'm saying? Which a lot of people would say, oh, he from Newark, he from Jersey, he from New York, he this, he that. He not that. He not that. He give people their props. And then at the end, when they talk about they want him, he said, well, come on. Oh, I can say, come on. That's all he do. Big ups to Shakur, man. That's real. Big up to him, man. But yeah, my story right quick, man, so I can get out of here because I do got something I got to do. Saturday, you know, I started back driving with Lyft. I started Friday. Had a good day Friday. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to see how the vibe is, how the things moving out here. Trying to get me a test there to it before I go on a regular 3 days. I'm gonna do a 3 days a week type thing. So I said, well, since it went that good, oh, he's 28. Oh, thank you, Archie. Somebody, one of these boxers just turned 21, I think. That was just for it. Hey, man. That's what happened when I'll be having my pepper in my mouth. Shit get dry on the back of your throat. And yeah, go ahead with all the poor jokes. But anyway, so Saturday, you know, it was a little gloomy out. It was going to rain sometime Saturday later on. I said, now let me go ahead and do a half a day because there was a lot of games coming on Saturday that I wanted to check out on TV. So I said, I'm going to go ahead. I left out here about 6. I said, do from about 6 to 12. Then I'm going to come home, right? Don't you know, I go to the store, get what I got to get out the store. Go park in the parking lot, you know, because I usually like to parking lot, turn my app on while I'm looking at other shit or whatever I'm doing, right? So son said, try to, you know, turn your app on and see where the hot area is at, right? I'm hitting my app. That bitch ain't popping up. I'm like, yeah, what the fuck going on? I just started back driving. They blocking me or what? So then I said, well, let me cut my phone off and cut it back on and reboot it. I go to reboot it. That shit stuck on that page. Trying to cut it off. You know, they said slide it to cut it off. I'm trying to slide it, can't slide it. So I'm like, oh man, what the fuck going on here? So I'm thinking, I said, the store ain't gonna open till about, this is like, hey, the store ain't gonna open till 10 o'clock. Ain't no way in hell to sit out here all this time waiting for the store open when I could go right back down the street to the house. So I came back home, got my son's phone, and I called him. So I got a tech on it. Why the tech always ask you these stupid questions, man? While I'm talking to him on my phone, my cell phone, can you do this with your phone or do that? Lady, I just told you the shit is stuck on the closed out string. So how am I get anything else? So while she's talking to me, asking me 1,001 questions, I'm trying to swipe up with my phone. Swipe up. So I finally got it to swipe up, and the page came back, but all the apps were still frozen. So I'm trying to tell her this. She's trying to tell me some other shit. So this is my thing. If you're going to get people in customer service or technical support, get some people in there that can speak the language of the person that's talking. Or get some people that can speak the language. Or you don't have nobody at all. Just tell them we can't go to the store. That's all. I would get better off that way. But we did work through it. I was able to get to a section where I could do something to get my phone from being froze. Then I went through the procedure, cutting it off, cutting it back on, and all that. I did everything before this happened, got off the phone. You know what I'm saying? Because once you get off the phone and something went wrong, I had to go to the store at 10 o'clock. That would defeated my whole purpose of on the phone with her that long. So they need, to me, these companies need better phone service or stop with these computers trying to get you to these people. Because when they get you to these people, it's getting you to the wrong set of people. That's how I feel. But this lady transferred me to this is how I got my phone fixed. I was about to fuck the story up. She transferred me to Apple. She called Apple up and transferred my phone call to Apple so I can talk to the Apple people. The Apple people is the ones that got me. So all in all, T-Mobile people ain't did shit for me. T-Mobile's a good service. I'm glad I'm with them because they're part of Sprint now. Well, they've been part of Sprint for a long time. I was with Sprint when I left Sprint because I didn't want to be with T-Mobile. But now I'm with T-Mobile. Well, all in all, to say that, man, the devil was up working early that morning. And to God had to settle into my brain, it's going to work out for you. Just be calm, cool, and collected. It's going to work out. Don't call that lady everything but the Virgin Mary. Make sure you keep it right. And that's what I did. I kept it right. I got everything back together. But this is the public service announcement to everybody. These hackers are out here doing this shit because if they can't see, iPhones is one of the hardest iPhones to hack. So when they can't hack you, they do other little stupid shit to make you have to find a way to get into your settings to readjust it. That's all it was. They fucked with something in my settings to freeze my phone. And once I got unfroze, like my man that worked corporate, he works computer security, IT security. He works IT security. He told me Apple products and some security systems are hard for these hackers to break into. They've been trying to find people without it. But if you do have it, they'll try to fuck with you just to be fucking with you. But sometimes if you get strange things going on with your phone, or you hear something, or whatever. Something that you normally don't know and then normally ain't doing. That's motherfucking hack is fucking. This is from an IT specialist told me this, you know. So just watch some of the things you do. As far as a lot of people like to order shit on their phone, and I think that's probably what happened to me. I probably went to my phone and try to do something that I normally don't do, and the shit fucked me up. You know, because it was working before I left the house. So I don't know. But be careful. And definitely be careful out here with these ICE motherfuckers out here. You know, watch out for a lot of these YNs, because just this past weekend, a little area that the Battle, where the Braves play at, it's like a little city out there. All these stores, restaurants, movie theaters out there, the stadium and all that. These young YNs took over that. They said it's a takeover. They was running, looting all through, running through stores and restaurants, the sports bars. Of course, people grass where people live at. It was at least had to be at least 500 from what I seen from the news. Because all you seen was constant young kids running here, running there. There was so many people out there, man. I don't know what the outcome of it became, because I wasn't waiting on the news to tell me anything. I just shook my head and said, you know what? That ain't the last of shit happening here in Atlanta. There's more shit to come. But with that said and done, man, number one Chief Rocka is out of here. Y'all rock out with my theme song. This will tell you who I'm all about.